The city of Péronne in the north of France is famous for its Museum of the Great War. But the historical city has some more immediate points of concern. In the framework of the reform of the judicial map wanted by the Minister of Justice Rachida Dati, the city's lower court will be shut down by 2010 and transferred to Amiens, a bigger city 50 kilometers away from here. Seven magistrates work in Péronne. Every year about 2,000 adjudications are pronounced, and most of them deal with domestic relations. 14 persons work here year-round, among which 5 registrars. They are distressed by the idea the court is going to be shut down.
I live in Péronne. I had my house built here last year. I find this decision to be very unfortunate for both the civil servants and the magistrates who work here, but also for the people who have to face trial. For instance, a man came here to see me last week. He rode his bike for 3 hours to come here, so I have no idea how he'd managed to go to Amiens.
The 13 lawyers who work in Péronne are also victims of this reform. Marc de Cramer has been president of the bar for a year and a half and is very critical of the way this reform is being conducted. By an ironic twist of fate, he first met the Minister of Justice when she was a judge here 7 years ago. We never could obtain from the Chancery, the Ministry of Justice, the details, the reasons that justified her decision. We'd tell them, okay, your plan is to lower the number of tribunals, but tell us why, according to what criterion, so that at least, if we know why, we can defend ourselves. Well, they never gave us any explanation. For the people of Péronne, the planned suppression of the lower court is seen as yet another blow to their city. An isolated city already facing many social and economical problems. What made the quality of Péronne's lower court was its closeness to the locals. You see, the judges knew who the charged persons in front of them were. Well, that was usually the case anyway. They would take into consideration their desire to reintegrate society. It was a human relationship, not impersonal numbers. The Ministry of Justice backs up its decision by arguing there's not enough activity at the Péronne court. It's France's fourth smallest court in terms of civil affairs and the third smallest in terms of penal affairs. And there are too few magistrates. In regard to the ministry's desire to rationalize the judicial map and cut down what it believes are unnecessary expenses, this decision might seem logical, but many in Péronne are having a hard time going along with the idea.